Yes. Are we live? Hey guys, I'm at this BenQ stall over here. It's all about photography monitors rather than cameras. So this is about monitors like color accurate monitors and stuff. So we have with me, what's your good name?
Aman Singh.
Aman?
Singh.
Aman Singh. His name is Aman Singh. So he's going to explain about these monitors. I can see that we also have a Samsung monitor over here. Why do we have a Samsung monitor in a BenQ store?
We are actually trying to explain what people are using at the moment, as in what is the photography market using currently and what they should use.
Okay.
So primarily the monitors that you have, the Samsung monitor, the BenQ monitor, the second one. So these are the normal monitors which a photographer uses in an Indian market. So these are basically 72%, this is a small gamut monitor, this is 72% sRGB monitors. So it is not able to display the colors, all the colors properly. So if you go ahead, there's a 27-inch 100% sRGB monitor.
Much better, the yellows are much better.
Exactly. So as you can see here,
come in closer.
It was showing as orange. If you come here, it is different. So here you can see the sun rays are not there.
Yes.
Actual picture is this.
Okay.
Actual picture is this.
Okay.
This is a wider gamut monitor. This is 99% Adobe RGB with hardware calibration.
So it's almost on par with an AMOLED display.
Also, it can only give you 100% sRGB.
Okay.
So when you talk about a display, there is a difference between a contrast, there is a difference between a resolution, and there is a difference between a color representation.
So what is the depth of this? Like, is it 24-bit?
This is a 10-bit monitor with 14-bit 3D lookup table.
Okay.
And it comes with its own hardware calibration. So in India, most of the photographers who are using Apple also, Apple is 100% sRGB.
Okay.
And it
cinematic display.
You cannot call it a cinematic display, but yes, 100% sRGB is the kind of colors that it can give you back. And it comes with a software calibration. Okay. And this is a hardware calibration. So the correct ISO value of color, let's say you have captured a certain, you have captured sun, and it has a certain ISO value.
Yes.
So it will give you the exact color of that sun that you have captured.
So the brightness, the highlights, nothing is lost. It's all there. The photo is reproduced as it's been taken.
Exactly.
Like 100% justice to it.
100% justice to it. What we also have is a live demo counter here, where if you have your photographs, you can open your photographs here. We'll show it to you. We'll show it how it would look in different lighting conditions.
Okay.
So it has a light box. It has a printer also there.
Okay.
So we can take a printout. We can show how it would look.
Okay. So we'll probably get that. I just have some more questions.
Yeah.
So to be honest and upfront over here, I do use the same monitor as my secondary one. Although I don't edit with that one, I use a different TFT for editing. But yeah, it serves as my secondary monitor. So you are right. People do use that. Right up there.
We have not put Samsung here.
Okay.
It is just to show what people are using.
So they're not degrading it. It's just something that an average consumer uses. Apparently, I'm also an average consumer. I use that as well. So I could really see the difference in blues as well as the yellows between these two, and the difference between these two is even more apparent than that one. As you can see, it has a blue tint to it comparatively, but that one seems to be a little more natural. The whites are actually whites, as you can see. So can you see the blue tint over here? I'm not saying that it's a bad monitor. I mean, there's a difference between the color depth and color gamuts, right? As you move up the price range, so there's a difference between that, and there's a subtle difference between these two, or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. There's a subtle difference.
This is 100% sRGB.
Okay.
This is 99% Adobe.
Okay.
RGB.
So
you can see the blues that you have, the depth of black.
yes, the saturation is a little different. Okay. Yes, the blacks are lively.
Calibrated monitor. I can, if you want to actually test a monitor, just try putting 1% gray on your monitor. 1% gray on a monitor, it would never show. But on a hardware calibration monitor, my hardware calibration monitors, even 1% gray would show. So that shows the kind of depth, or that shows the kind of gradations of colors that you can have on my.
Okay. Are you telling me that this monitor has a dedicated hardware, in the sense a processor which processes colors and it reproduces in a 10-bit format and a 14-bit exaggerated format, something like that?
It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Basically what happens in software calibration, what you do with your normal monitors or probably with an Apple, it is basically calibrating your graphic cards only. So it is just telling the graphic card what colors should show. All of these are electronic devices. So over a period of time, the colors would change, the things would fade, they depreciate. So on a monitor, you are not doing anything actually. So with the hardware calibration, what you're doing is the whatever colors have faded or depreciated or plus or minus, you get it back to normal. You get it back to zero.
Okay.
So that is what hardware calibration is. Okay. So you are actually calibrating the monitor, not your graphic card.
Okay. So fun fact: AMOLEDs depreciate faster when you have a blue screen on them. So blue screens depreciate AMOLEDs faster, right? Okay. And I just wanted to know: is this an IPS? Is this?
Yes, it is an IPS panel.
It's an IPS panel. Okay. So
this is the IPS QHD with hardware calibration.
Oh. Okay. Nice. So what is this button below? What is this?
Button you can simply change between different modes. So we have this is on Adobe RGB at the moment.
Okay.
So the same pic if you want to see in a sRGB mode.
Okay, so this comes pre-built in with calibration for Adobe RGB and other stuff. Okay.
So this is sRGB mode, and then we also have a black and white mode. So when you are switching over to a black and white mode through our monitor, you are not losing any of the
details.
Exactly.
Details.
When you do it through a software, you may lose a lot of details.
Highlights.
When you do it through a hardware,
shadows.
You don't miss it at all.
Okay, so it's going to say that this monitor is really like black and white. It's going to tell it that okay, don't change the image, just change what is being displayed.
So this is a TIPA awarded monitor. The TIPA has awarded this monitor as the best photography monitor for the year 2016.
Yeah, I can see why.
Exactly. So this is what we are promoting for this year. We have.
What is the use of? Sorry to interrupt. What is the use of these models?
This is called a shading hood. Basically, it is to stop the light to affect your picture.
The
glare, the color. Actually, what happens is the lighting would change the perception of color that you see on a monitor.
Okay.
So it is basically to stop any lighting to be there.
Is it possible? Can you show me a 1% gray image on this? You told me, right? I want to see the difference. The other one. Okay. Yes, we are going to see 1% gray image. I know that I cannot make this sound exciting. It is not exciting. But to someone who edits photos and stuff, it is kind of exciting because a monitor is not going to display 1% gray. Just a moment. What is it? You can't get landscape on Facebook video. Okay. That was my friend asking about a landscape thing. I hope Facebook adds that soon. It's pretty restrictive to have a 1:1 ratio. I hated Instagram for the same reason, but they've become better now. So here we have the stall where they're going to demo us with 1% gray.
See the square?
If you want, you can close the curtain.
Okay. Actually, being super honest, I can see the square. Facebook downsizes this video like extremely well or extremely bad, I would say. So you might not see the square over here. Like, can you see this? The 2 points of the square. I'm not sure if it's even visible due to artifacting. But yeah, there is a square. There's one more, I believe.
That is fine.
Okay, but it's extremely difficult for me to see. I can see a shade. I'm not sure if it's even visible. Let me just try bringing it closer.
You would not be able to get even 5% of gray. Right?
Okay. Okay, I understand since this is not it's not a camera that may or may not be able to pick up this 1%, but yeah, it definitely is there. Okay.
So on a normal monitor, you will not even get 5% of gray. 5% of gray, just show 5% of gray, how it looks like.
Guys, we're gonna see 5% of gray. I can't really make this exciting.
So even this, you cannot see on a normal monitor.
I think it's beautifully visible. That's visible. It is 5% gray. Okay, but can you show us the same thing on a normal monitor? Is that possible?
We have not opened the software over there.
Okay.
There is a Lightroom that we are using, Adobe Lightroom.
Okay.
So on the monitors that are showcased outside, we don't have Adobe Lightroom over there.
Okay.
Or else we could have shown you 1% of gray or 5% of gray.
Okay, so seems unfortunately they don't have Photoshop installed on that one, or maybe it's not running a version of the computer which has Photoshop. Anyways, this has been the BenQ stall. Pretty nice, pretty great, I'd say. So what about the viewing angles of that extremely color accurate? Oh, okay. What about these monitors? Because I can see a lot of glaring and stuff from these
what
angles.
we have over there is this is a 32-inch 4K monitor.
Okay.
This is 32-inch 4K monitor with 100% sRGB.
Okay.
Those are wide gamut monitors. That is 99% Adobe RGB. This is 100% sRGB.
Okay.
Same as your Apple screen.
Okay.
That is a QHD 32-inch QHD monitor with 100% sRGB.
Okay.
That is a 27-inch 4K monitor.
So,
100%
okay. Quick question: how much does this cost? This 4K
The
one?
MRP of 32-inch 4K is 1,20,000. We are
Okay.
running a special discount for this particular event, wherein we are giving it for 1 lakh.
Okay. So I have one question. Okay, I don't know how you are going to take this since it costs 1 lakh. Why don't I go for an Apple display? Why should I go for this one? What is the compelling reason?
Apple is not 4K. Apple is QHD.
They have 5K, right? They have a 5K
They
display.
have stopped it.
They stopped it.
Yeah. Apple has stopped their displays, by the way. They stopped it in March.
Oh, okay. I really didn't know that. Great. So we have a new information. Apple has stopped their display for some reason. Okay. Thank you so much.
I'm Aman.
Aman Singh, right?
Aman Singh. I head the BenQ for nationally for
Okay.
the sales of high-end monitors.
Okay. So thanks a lot, Aman. You've been like very, very helpful. Okay, guys. So we're gonna be closing this live streaming session. Probably you can leave in the comments. I'll probably try to get in touch with him and answer that if you have any doubts and stuff like that. This is the one that costs 1 lakh rupees because it's on some kind of discount. Apparently, the MRP is a lot higher than that, and I can honestly see a lot of difference between this and the other monitors. So yeah, stay tuned. Bye.